So did you guys have fun last night?
Yeah.
Yes. How late were you up?
3 weeks.
2? Shaving evening. And I'm having a great time, and you guys are great. And if you guys have any questions for me, I hope I can answer more questions than I raise. And hopefully you'll hear me talk more than you did on the show. So, I played Warren for 7 years. Pilot episodes through till season 7 finale. And the makeup takes an hour and a half to put on, a half hour to take off. It's very hot when I wear it, and the average day is about 12 hours. All that being said, oh, and Morton never said anything on camera, we all know that, but there's a few grunts and grumbles, maybe a couple of laughs here and there. If you have any questions, I'll open that up. And see a raise of hands if anybody has a question. Yes, in the back.
I'm checking your website,
Yes.
not frequently, but sometimes.
Yes.
Is there any artwork that you have made that's for sale yet, or is?
Oh, artwork. Yeah, I don't know how many people have gone to my website. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a website. It's garrisonent.com/Morin, and on it you can find out more information about Morin, about me, and about stuff that I do and did. And one of the things that maybe not everybody knows is that I was an artist that had artwork used on the show on different sets. There's episodes specifically in the first season where you can see some of my artwork. If Wishes Were Horses, how many know this episode? Where some space-time anomaly happens, and there's all kinds of like strange things that happen on the promenade, like snowing and weird animals that show up, and trolls and Rumpelstiltskin and stuff like that. Anyways, Jake Sisko's quarters has a couple of paintings on the wall, and paintings that I did. There's other pieces. I've had about 24 different pieces used on the sets of the show in different places. Anyways, I had a casting call on the phone, on the lines, and they said, we've got a new show for Star Trek, and we're looking for regular people for the show, and we're looking for Starfleet, we're looking for Bajorans, we're looking for Cardassians, we're looking for hideous aliens, we're looking for this and that, and I was really excited. So I got on the phone, and as soon as I got on the line, I hear beep, 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 which means the line's busy. I'm like, oh, darn. Okay, so I hung up the phone, and I picked it back up, and I did it again. And again, I go beep, 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 beep. I did this for like an hour. And then finally I got through, and the person on the other end of the line said, the computers are down, call back in an hour. I was like, oh, okay. Well, how's he going to know if I call back right away? So I did the same thing over again. Another hour goes by. Again, someone comes on the line. They say, computers are down, call back in an hour. So I did this for another hour. Finally, someone comes on the line and says, hi, this is Gary. Who is this? I said, hi, Gary, this is Mark Shepard. I have no idea what I'd be good for. Can you please just put me down on your list for trying out for something that you think I would be good for? He said, okay, how about a humanoid doctor type? I said, Gary, that's great. He said, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, Paramount Studios, and the next day I was there. There were maybe 300 people there for this. It was kind of like an open call type of thing, but you had to be on their list. And I'm looking around, and I see all these people. I'm thinking, what are my chances of getting on this show? Well, I was one of the last people to be interviewed, and in the group of humanoid doctor types, there were only 3 people. Most of the other groups, they were interviewing people, 10 people at a time. And it was very, very quick. You go upstairs, you say hi to these people, you have a little Polaroid picture in front of them, and they look at you, look at the picture, say thank you very much, go downstairs, we'll let you know. And 10 minutes later, someone comes downstairs and says, well, we have good news for all of you, and we have some bad news. The bad news is you didn't get what you came for. We decided to go another direction with the humanoid doctor types, but we'd like to know if you wouldn't mind being aliens for us. And if you don't mind if we put appliances on your head. My first thought is, what is this, Spaceballs? You're going to put a blender on my head? So anyways, after that, I went to wardrobe, and they measure your head, your facial structure, your neck, your arms, your legs, everything. And when that was done, they said, we'll call you back in a month to try on your outfit with the makeup to see how it all works together. I said, okay, great. I was so excited. I went home, and the first thing I did, I went to the library. So I wanted to do some research. And I started pulling books on Star Trek, pulling books on UFOs, on aliens, on the future, on mythology, on quantum theory, chaos theory, anything I could think of. And that was the only way that I could contain myself and my excitement was by doing this research and reading. And a month goes by. Finally, I get another call. They said, we want you to come in, try on the outfit and the makeup. And I said, okay. I went in there, and I tried everything on. I looked in the mirror. And the first time, my first impression of this character was like, wow, this is like a Dr. Seuss character. Kind of like the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. And anyways, before I left, I'm thinking, you know, if they want me to do this, because this makeup is hot, you know, I could tell right away that it was going to be a hot makeup, and they want me to do this every day for the next 7 years. Would I be willing to do that? Yes. Anyways, so as I was leaving, I asked them when it was going to work, and they said next Tuesday. So Monday morning rolls around, and I'm waiting for their phone call. And no phone call. I'm thinking, oh, geez, I better call them and see what's going on. So I called them, and I said, I'm sorry, you're not working tomorrow. We'll let you know when we need you. I said, well, that's funny, because they told me I'm supposed to work Tuesday. And then I called Paramount, and I asked them the same thing. They said, oh, I'm sorry, but you're not on our list to work tomorrow. And I said, oh, that's funny, because they told me I'm working Tuesday. Anyways, I just had this funny feeling that if I didn't show up the next day, I would never work on the show. So I didn't have a car at the time, and the only way for me to get down to the studio was by bus. I had to take a bus at 9 o'clock the night before. I stayed up all night in the Hollywood area in a cafe till about 3 o'clock in the morning, drinking coffee. And finally I get down to the studio. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's there yet. And I sat down near a wardrobe and I fell asleep. 4:30, someone nudges me and says, can I help you? And I said, yes, I'm supposed to play an alien for you this morning, and I must have fell asleep. And I said, okay, go over to stage 4, everybody's over there, and check in over there. And so I went over there and checked in with the AD, and the AD looked on her list and she said, you're not on my list. Why are you here? And I said, well, that's funny, I know I'm supposed to be here. And she said, well, I don't have time for this, go sit in the corner. And I'm walking across the room, and Mike Westmore was there, and I said hi to him. He says, Mark, good you're here, your makeup's over there. He points to a table and the makeup is all set up and ready to go. The AD looks at Mike, she looks at me, she shakes her head, and she says, I don't know, I just work here. And she walks away. Alright, so I'm getting into my makeup, and I can see the AD across the room. She's standing there with another AD, and they're looking at me. They're looking at each other, they're shaking their heads, they're looking at me, and the one says to the other, isn't he your favorite alien? And I thought, okay, now I'm their favorite alien. Well, that day it was hot. Not only the makeup and the suit and everything, but it was 104 degrees outside. I don't know what that is, it's like 45 grad or something. Anyways, and the air conditioning wasn't working on the set either. So it was even hotter on the set. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the AD comes up to me and she says, now it's time to put our favorite alien on camera. Will you follow me? So I follow her. She takes me into Quark's bar. She sits me down in the front window. I don't know if you guys know the pilot scene where the bar is open for the first time. Cisco comes down to the bar, and he sees the bar is open, and there's Mort in the front window, and he's throwing his arms up in the air and stuff like that. Well, the story behind that scene, the AD told me, she says, okay, it's the first time that the bar has been open. The Kardashians trashed the place when they left, and Quark was in big trouble, and Cisco said, well, if you open the bar, I'll be a little bit softer on you with your nephew. And so Quark did this. And she says, okay, you're at the bar, and you're telling this joke, and let's say it's the funniest joke in the universe. Can you handle that? And I looked at her, and I had no sleep for 24 hours. I'm thinking, lady, whatever you want, you got it. I don't know. It's kind of...
What's the reason?
Anyways, this is what I actually said. And it was actually part of a piece that I wrote some years ago when I was in school. It was the speech that nobody wanted to hear. It's about how we're poisoning the environment with chemicals and all this stuff. And there's a point in the speech where this guy realizes that nobody wants to hear this. And he just goes off in the stream of consciousness kind of name-calling type of thing. And that was the section of the speech that I thought, that's the funniest joke in the universe. Here it is. All right, it's the 21st century. All you guys are in Quark's bar. And, and I'm delirious because I haven't had any sleep and I'm saying this stuff to you guys, okay? Finalism fingerfink? Obligatory quotient, yoke fellow, coconut kachina, cosmological argument, banks swallow fish story, inculpate, minute man, stress, certifier, in less than, hard-hearted dill, divine-minded, domineer, mind reader, sextuple, garden, fly, honeysuckle, garbage, palter, rimfire, green, peace, change is the ultimate solution. 24th century humor, you may not get it right away. Fox is up and running. I'll be in there all day. They'll be yelling Davo if I ever get my way. How long should I hold that thought, Quark? I'm thinking, what am I gonna say? Another round, better drink it up quick. How I love deep space. Dax is more my thing. She's a trill of wonder. She can climb on top. I will go down under. How long should I hold that thought, Quark? I'm thinking, what am I gonna say? Another round, better drink it up quick. How I love deep space. If they ever get me riled, I am more to be wild. I cannot deny, I'm never gonna lie. Mourn to be wild. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you.